Now, when we are in the contact section, it's worth noting this is a fake database. It's full of fake names with fake information, and I use it as a dummy account for sharing all about how to use these systems. But a lot of times we get videos flagged for sharing information, and that is not the case because this is all fake, fictitious, made up information that we've thrown in here for examples, and that's exactly what we're going to be doing. Now, you probably don't have any information in your account yet, so let's go ahead and very first, let's go ahead and populate our contacts section. Now, we're going to start off by doing that, going to the top right-hand section again, but this time instead of clicking on our initials, we're going to click right under it on these 3 stacked bars. Now, people call it a hamburger menu. I personally don't think it looks like a hamburger, but there's several different ways you could add contacts. The first one, I suppose, is adding this new contact. You could add a single contact, one-off, but we're actually going to do something a little bit better to showcase the power of SAM. So lots of menu options on this drop-down, and we will cover all of them once we have fundamental understanding of SAM. But what we're going to do is we're going to click on this import CSV. Now, CSV file is a file that allows us to take spreadsheet information and plug it in somewhere. There's lots of different files. JPEG, JPG, and PNG are photo files. We have PDF files for documents, and then we have CSV files for all of our different pieces. Now, this is the Excel spreadsheet that I actually used because I am just sharing an example that's got some fake information. But the key here is you want to go through your spreadsheet and make sure it's got good data. Data cleanliness is like the easiest way for you to make sure that your CRM is working well for you. Now, the very first thing you want to do is add little headliners at the top, labeling which each of these rows are going to have. And for this one, like I said, it's just an example. So first name, last name, email, that's really all I needed for the example, but you're going to have lots of different areas, and SAM is going to help you accomplish all of that. But it's worth noting, it's worth showing to you. And now I'm going to click this select CSV. I'm going to take that example sheet and I'm going to click open. Now, because SAM is using AI, what it's doing is it's looking at all of this and it's starting to try and figure out all of the different pieces. If it's not sure, it might click this do not import. And then all we have to do is click and select from the drop down what that specific field is. Super easy to do. And then we can move on with our life. If for some reason this is a CSV that you want to use again and again, maybe it's like a monthly updates, but the fields never really change. Here's what I would encourage you to do. Click this save map and then name the map. Maybe it's like my monthly drive list. Who knows, right? And I can click save. And now if I ever want to load that import, I can load that specific import build out. That way I don't have to reselect these data fields. Now, the other thing you can do, and the reason I had both Mark and my names on this sample data is because I can look through on this right-hand side, the sample data, just to make sure each of these fields is right. Now, the reason for that, maybe one of them's blank and you're not quite sure, but you can skip to the next one and it can do that. Now, on top of all of this, you're probably going to have an area in your CSV that is for tags, but maybe you want to locally tag every single contact in your database. And you can do that at the very top by adding a specific tag. So, oh gosh, what was that mapping called that I just made? The monthly drive list. So maybe because it's my monthly drive list, I would tag it my June monthly drive. Now, this would be a tag that probably wouldn't be on the spreadsheet, but allows me to understand that's what that list is. And then once this is all ready to go, all we do is hit this green begin import. Sam's going to get to work. From there, your database may take a little bit of time. In fact, we actually have a record for who has the largest databases. And currently our winner is a broker out of Texas with over 60,000 active leads, contacts, past clients, and customers all inside his database. Now, he does have a team of 5, so there's that. But if for some reason you have a larger database, that's the record. And we have been able to successfully handle it. But because large databases do sometimes require a bit of additional help, here's what I would encourage you to do. Reach out to us if you are getting ready to import a very large database. We would love to help you. You can do that a couple of ways. The easiest would be to reach out to help@workflowsecrets.info. We can help you get that along the way. Now, once we have our database imported, there is another way in which we could add contacts. And this is a really cool one because this is going to showcase Sam's prowess to help us with AI. And that is this smart import single contact. So Sam is going to open up this area for us to add just plain block text. So here's the scenario. Maybe you are on social media and someone reaches out to you and they want to start working with you. Nice work. But we need to actually add them to our database. Well, maybe we can just copy all of their information, then we paste it in here. Or maybe we have been emailing back and forth with a lead, and at the bottom of that email, they have a signature with all of their information. And so what we could do is we could actually copy that information, and then we could plug it in here, something like that. Now, it does not need to be in any specific format. It does not need any specific rows or indications of what this is. Sam is actually really good at understanding exactly what we need to have. And we would just hit this OK, and Sam would start to import it. It would know this is my first name, last name. It would guess that this is my business. This is our website. And then this would be a phone number, right? It's a fictitious phone number, clearly. And from there, Sam would be able to build a contact card. So that's really cool. And that, again, is one of those ways that AI is really great at handling data. And so it can help us out. So that is how we're going to bring information into our actual databases. But there's a lot of really cool things that we can do.